Today, we're going to take you back before studio sets, before franchised leagues, before Dr. Pepper sponsorships.
Micah! Hunter! Sven! Mithy! Pearson!
To a time when games weren't solved, when there was no such thing as the LCS and Pro League of Legends was just a bunch of tournaments, when one Russian team outsmarted the world.
The biggest competition was Moscow 5, and I think everyone in the world would agree that the toughest opponent would always really be Moscow 5.
When Moscow 5 changed everything. It all started with Team Empire.
Oh no, Genja's going to get caught out here by outsmart. It will be Gosu actually their turn to. Genja does use that ulti. Gosu actually popping his own ulti. Whoa, my god! Karthus ulti backed him with it. Wow! They were not expecting that. SK just got destroyed.
When they started playing together in 2011, Team Empire quickly made a name for themselves with their unusual champion picks and their hyper-aggressive strategy. Empire will forever be known for the Empire, a play that saw a series of layered ultimate abilities centered around Genja's new ult. It was unlike anything League fans had ever seen before, and people remembered it for years.
But you didn't give me the triple kill, dude. That's not a fucking Empire. No, we are like fake Empire, dude. We're not worthy to call ourselves Empire.
After the 2011 season, Team Empire's League of Legends roster was bought by the Russian esports org Moscow 5. They were young, they were wild, and they were just getting started. Moscow 5 stomped through the group stage at the IEM Season 6 World Championship in Hanover without dropping a single match.
They will pick up that Nexus, and Moscow 5, 4-0 in the group. I think they're guaranteed to be the second semifinalist there. Will be playing on Friday.
They continued their rampage into the bracket, where they swept CLG and then took it to Dignitas in the finals. They played fast, they hunted kills early, and they hunted kills often.
Gosu Pepper looked like he's ready to flash engage here. He has. Headbutt Scara away. Manages to get caught out with a pulverize. Scara's going to go down here. That is a quick kill. Moscow 5 keeping it real the same way they have done throughout the tournament. Some crazy engages already.
This was League of Legends like the world had never seen before. Like the pro scene didn't even know was possible.
The world champions, Moscow 5!
In Season 2, League of Legends was a whole different ballgame. Straight up, it was just the Wild West.
We're gonna see what wow, I just got hit with an orange. That's pretty impressive, nice shot.
There was little scouting or even a real decided upon metagame. Players were famous for signature champions or playstyles, and certain picks were considered good just because everybody said they were. In a lot of ways, pro play was just a slightly more organized version of solo queue. And by modern standards, the game was slow. Teams like clg.eu, Team Solomid, and SK Gaming all decided that they wanted to play for late game, especially clg.eu, who always tried to outfarm their opponents and teamfight late.
I wasn't impressed by their play style. I was more annoyed by that because their whole team was trying to pick some scaling 5v5 comp. Rogen was playing always Anivia, and this champion was really broken back then.
And it worked, but Moscow 5 had something to say about it. The tension between these two teams' playstyles fostered an incredible rivalry. clg.eu was a slow, plodding team that lulled their opponents into submission. Moscow 5 went for the throat. And that rivalry came to a head at DreamHack Summer 2012, where the two teams played one of the most famous series in competitive League of Legends history. And clg.eu made one of the most famous comebacks the game has ever seen.
Shurelli is rubbing tops. There goes Darian, absolutely destroyed. Genja now is the target as well. They're going to dive towards Genja. Then the kick comes out on towards Genja. Headbutt, pulverized. Alex is now the target. That is wicked, picking up another kill. I cannot believe this is actually happening in front of me.
And CLG pull off the biggest comeback that we've ever seen in League of Legends at this level.
In a world where competitive League of Legends was mostly just a series of tournaments, Moscow 5 picked up a lot of first place trophies that year. Ultimately, their 2012 run was one of the most dominant streaks in the game's history.
The team itself was very serious and very distant towards people, and they just here to win and play some games, not so much to entertain people, to have fun.
But what might be more interesting than the fact that this little Russian team blew everyone's minds was how they did it. These days, we've got the numbers. There are formalized league structures and scrim blocks and hundreds of games played and analyzed every single year. Teams have coaches and analysts and resources dedicated to getting to the bottom of each new meta and innovating it. And so with each new patch, the game is solved anew, which makes what Moscow 5 did even more special. They went against the grain in every way.
I remember after the game when we went around to shake hands and say good game, where he didn't want to shake my hand because I was playing easy champions.
Wait, was it No, it wasn't after that game. It was group stage. He was like a filthy Anivia player, so I didn't want to shake his hand.
While the rest of the world decided to play late-game champions like Anivia and Karthus, Moscow 5 picked Lee Sin and Shyvana and went for early-game skirmishes. They forced you to play the game their way.
TSM, I can't really pinpoint a single mistake that they made. It's just M5 looking so strong, playing their own game. They're forcing everybody else to play their game.
As Season 2 Worlds was getting underway, the only word you could use to describe the meta was glacial. It was so slow, in fact, that fans would cheer whenever a player killed a ward.
Wicked and Crebo, they do get the ward. People are cheering ward kills now. It's starting to stretch out that much.
Anything that happens, man, because this game has been so much poking.
But those fans had one hope to break the mold: Moscow 5. They'd entered the tournament as favorites, and it seemed like destiny that they'd cap off an incredible year with a World Championship title. And they were in a good position to do so, with a bye through the group stage. They met Invictus Gaming in their quarterfinals match, and quickly showed them how Moscow 5 played League of Legends.
The fight's about to start again. Initiation comes in from Darian.
Good job, kid. Almost. Oh, he does get taken down. He doesn't even get a chance to attack. Zatai falling to Moscow 5, then Q. Alexey's coming up very big, but it's Diamond Prox with the double kill. The chase down to PDD is just too strong, and this completely spells Baron at 29 minutes for Moscow 5, then Q.
So you guys made some interesting choices in champion picks. What was the strategy behind that? Was that tailored specifically to Invictus Gaming, or is that just something you've been working on?
We just pick broken heroes.
They looked fast, focused, and ready to dominate. But that momentum faded all too quickly. Going into Worlds, most analysts thought that the only team that could challenge Moscow 5 was clg.eu, or maybe the up-and-coming Korean powerhouse Azubu Frost. No one saw the real threat coming.
An aggressive move in, and there's the crescendo.
That's going to be big damage. Darian will go down. The ultimate was used previously. No, actually, he has it back up in time. So they will have some time to create some disruption here.
They just split up M5 completely. Baron is theirs, 53 to 41,000 gold. This is looking so good for the Taipei Assassins. Right now a 3-on-4, but they're getting pushed out. Oh my gosh, the counterattack goes to Pepper, goes down. They've now got a 4-on-2 on the map, and Baron's gotta be soon. It's in 10 seconds.
Diamond Prox goes down. The inhibitor is open. The double kill comes out. Moscow 5 looking very grim right now. Taipei Assassins look to take down the last Nexus turret, and they will drop Moscow 5 from the League of Legends Championship playoffs.
In what was a heart-wrenching upset for Moscow 5 fans, they were bested by the upstart, eventual champions Taipei Assassins. And just like that, as quickly as they'd slaughtered their opponents all year long, Moscow 5's Season 2 run was over. Bittersweet. Looking back, there is no better word to describe Moscow 5's 2012. They shone so bright and dominated like we'd never seen before. But that spark faded all too quickly. After that Worlds, things got a little weird. Their CEO, Dmitry Smilyanets, was arrested after what was allegedly a 2-year investigation by the FBI's cybercrime division, and the team was disbanded. Gambit Gaming, another Russian org, picked up the roster heading into Season 3, but that's around the time that League of Legends got a lot more formal.
Joe, we've been building up to this moment for what feels like a year or plus, I don't know, but it is going to be Season 3 getting underway here in Europe at last.
Plenty of the biggest names from Season 2 were competing in the NA and the EU LCS. Gone were the days of esoteric tournament structures and unknown masters rising to the top of the gaming world. And though Gambit were a strong team, they never really found that same success they had in 2012 again.
Najin going big. They're going for all the kills. They've gotten all the turrets. They've gotten everything they wanted in this game, including the win. They lost the first one, but were able to get out warm after that first match and find the win over Gambit here in the quarterfinals.
You may not have heard about Moscow 5 before today, and we'll probably never see another League of Legends team quite like them. For that 1 year, those 5 guys did everything different. They did everything their way, and it worked. And they'll be remembered forever.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring that notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit up our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages.